just in terms of the size, we have a very, very small house for the standards of the borough. We have a very limited roof space for the standards of the borough. We have a very small garden for fitting the heat pump, for fitting the battery. We made it work. Hi, I'm Robert Masson. I'm a resident here in Twickenham.
I'm Gemma Masson.
This is one of the older houses in the area. So I think it was built around 1840 according to the deeds.
Yeah, one of the old 2-up, 2-down cottage styles. Nothing in this house is a straight line, so getting things fitted into the house can be quite tricky. Most of the house is on some sort of an angle.
I have a daughter. A lot of what I sort of think about is this house is going to be good for us to bring a family up. So our first year in the house, we sort of identified a lot of the issues. It was cold in the winter. We had to get a lot of the windows changed up. They were still timber windows from the 60s. When we got all the double glazing in, that made an enormous difference. I mean, we've always been on a sort of an eco drive. And the next step was to get off fossil fuels, which is something that I've wanted to do for a long while. So I'd always had an idea that we could get solar panels in, we could get in a heat pump, we could just get off gas especially. Sometimes I think of it as the last bit of insulation I've installed. I've insulated the house against weather, I've insulated the house against drafts. Now I've insulated it against rising energy costs. The only way you've got is to insulate yourself from those prices, which means getting off gas completely, getting as much of your own electricity as you can, getting your house set up so you use as little electricity as you possibly can, and just try to reduce your footprint. I'm a civil engineer, I do my research, I read my British standards and I understand them. Most of the houses here have a south-facing roof. I've actually got mostly east-west, and so I've got the east-west arrangement, the valley arrangement, which is also working really well. I don't think there's many houses in the borough that wouldn't benefit or have some way of doing it. It's taken hundreds of pounds off the bills at winter, and it's taking all the money off the bills now in summer.
Coming off gas as well, another thing we did was we have an induction hob in the kitchen now. That's relatively new.
The heat pump was only fitted in start of March, so we've used it for the cold snap. We've used it for the April where we had that long period of cold as well. It's so far working absolutely beautifully. It's looking like it's about a third the cost of gas. With regards to the costs, so the solar panels, battery, the gateway system, it's about £10,500 all in, including the scaffolding. There are cheaper systems out there, there are different combinations of battery. In terms of the heat pump, that was about £4,000, £4,400. Obviously, the actual cost was also somewhere near 10,000, but there's a big government subsidy. So the 4,400 was about median, but we had a slightly more complex installation. And once it's paid off, I'm looking at about 8 years now. And that includes the heat pump, which is tremendous.
That is the thing, I mean, saying, oh, new radiators and solar panels, it sounds like lots of different parts going in, and everyone must think, oh, it's a huge expense. It is a big outlay, but in the long run, in terms of the energy efficiency, the saving on bills, plus, as Rob says, the subsidies, as a whole system, it all goes together really well. Yeah, if we can make it work, the other properties in this area, most definitely.
Ours is about as complex as it gets.
If you are considering long-term financial benefit and long-term value of your property, like we said, it is an initial outlay, but we would definitely say it is worth the effort.